So moving on with this lesson right here, we're going to be analyzing how again to leverage the usage of AI agents to outsource and automate BizOps, right? Or business operations. I'm very excited to have you here and let's test this out. So we're here in the homepage of Enso, and of course, we're going to be browsing categories and clicking on business operations now that we're done with social media content. So in BizOps, pretty much what you can automate and you can leverage these AI agents pretty much to write legal documents and agreements, prepare for meetings, which is my favorite, again, feature of Enso, send invoices and vendor research. So let's go ahead and firstly analyze legal documents and agreements. Now, regarding legal documents and agreements, we have a wide variety of different documents. It really depends on your business, the type of transactions, right, that you complete. But you can either create a custom agreement, completely custom agreement with AI, or browse some already pre-made templates inside of the software. Now, if you have a very specific type of business or very specific type of offer, you can try creating a custom agreement. And we're going to do this in just a second. But for now, let's just browse some templates inside of Enso. So, for example, you have safe team sheet agreement, right? Confidentiality agreement number 2. Again, a catering services agreement, automation service qualification, lead qualification agreement that are designed by different users, right? So we have all of these different agreements, partnership agreements, ebook order, management agreement, right? And what I would recommend you to do is rather than just looking for the agreements, you can either search for the template that you might be interested in or go to most popular and check out these agreements, right? So we have partnership agreement, real estate partnership agreement, music producer vendor agreement, e-commerce fulfillment agreement, founders, right, or salesperson agreement. So let's, for example, test out the founders agreement. Go and view details, and you can see right here what this agreement is about. So this is an agreement outlining the roles, responsibilities, and ownership between the founders of a startup, right? So you can have the complete guide of the agreements with the key elements of the agreement. Again, parties identification, scope and purpose, term and duration, rights and obligations, all of the different stuff discussed in the agreement. Some common mistakes that you want to avoid if you're trying to tackle this yourself, right? And again, if we scroll upwards, you can also have like frequently asked questions. So why do I need a formal founders agreement instead of a verbal agreement? Or what makes a founders agreement really binding? Or can I customize this founder agreement template for my specific needs? Right? Yes, it is designed to be customizable while maintaining the essential legal framework that makes the agreement valid and enforceable. Right? So this is what happens in the general overview. Now we can use this template, and if we choose to use this template, it asks about all of these different information to add, details to add, of course, to autofill the agreement for us. So it's not that it's going to give us the template and we have to, let's say, start adding the name of our LLC or LTD, right? And then our names, person, that stuff. We give our names, our startup names, and everything inside of the agreement, right? Some more information about the agreement on this to this agent, and this agent just applies it automatically to this agreement and all of the agreements that we're going to be creating in the future. So, for example, the startup name could be called, let's say, Lambs Group, right? Founder's name, let's say Lambros, Lazopoulos. Second here, and Mike Stathiou, right? So these are the two, let's say, names. So let's copy them now for the ownership structure, right? Lambros, say 51%, Mike Stathiou, 49%, right? I dominate the company. So again, let's see. Lambros is the CEO. Mike Stathiou is the CFO, right? And of course, you can add as much information as possible. So let's say it is a 4-year agreement, decision-making process, majority vote, right? Dispute resolution, let's see, mediation followed by arbitration, mediation. I'm just going to add mediation, confidentiality clause. So we can have all of these different parameters tweak, right? Yes, maintain confidentiality agreement, non-compete clause. We don't really need this. And the governing law, it is the state of Greece, for example. So just like that, by adding this information, and keep in mind that for demonstrating purposes, I kept it very simple, just not waste your time here. Because of course, like if I'm going to be creating an agreement, I'm going to be spending more time here. And of course, if you want to utilize this template to create your agreement, you will be spending more time here. But just like that, you can see that the agreement is done. So you'll see that the founder's agreement is entered as date, right? We're going to add the date, obviously, which is this date right here, by Lambros Lazopoulos. And of course, I'm going to add my address and Mike Stathiou at his address, collectively referred to as founders, for the purpose of establishing the terms and conditions under which they will manage and operate Lambs Group, a startup company, right? And all of this is legally, let's say, written, and it's an actual agreement. And if we don't like something, we can go ahead and edit this, and now we can edit the agreement, write whatever we want inside of them, save it to edit later or not use it, right? We can save the template, we can share the template, we can regenerate the template, all of that stuff. So just like that, we have our agreements done, right? How cool is that? I still can't, let's say, digest the fact that all of this can be automated just like that with AI. And we can also create like custom agreements, right? So for example, I need a partnership agreement between myself, let's say Lambros Lazopoulos, and a company titled, let's say, Ferrari, to where I will create, launch, and scale a course for them. All right, very, very basic stuff. You would never do this for the agreement. I'm just giving you like a small example of you adding information and feeding this agent with this information to create your agreement. But if you want to be serious about this and describe an agreement to be created, you would write like your name, who you're transacting with, the percentage cuts, the revenue share model, all of that stuff, pretty much all of the information that you want to add into your agreement. And this agent will just write it down as, again, an actual agreement. So just with the first prompt that we gave, right, you can see that the generate agreements agent pretty much took all of the information we gave him and it applied it to the agreement details. So of course, we can go ahead and change this, right? So this is Rosopoulos, this is Ferrari. You can see detailed roles and responsibility of each party. Again, after completing all of these, we will be able to create our custom professional agreements, right? Again, the more information you feed to these AI agents and these AI models, the better the outcome that you will get. So this was the agreement overview and creating legal documents and legal templates. So let's now move into potentially the coolest feature of this whole software of Enso that I've used multiple times, which is the meeting preparation feature. So once you click the meeting preparation feature and get access to the meeting preparation agent, it's like you have an employee that all he does is analyzes who you're meeting with and gives you information about him. So for example, all you need to do is pretty much paste the LinkedIn URL of the person that you're meeting with. And just like that, it will give you like the meeting purpose. And of course, you also need to add the meeting purpose. And just like that, it will give you information about your meeting. So let me copy my LinkedIn profile and add it right here, right? And of course, all of like 100% of people that you want to do business with will have a LinkedIn profile. So again, let me copy this, copy everything, paste it right here. The meeting purpose, I want, right, to work with Lambros to design a course around my passions, right? Generate, and let's wait to see the meeting preparation. Just like that, 2 minutes before you hop into a meeting, you can ask this Enso agent to just do meeting prep so you know exactly who you're talking to, the tone that you should use, his experience, his expertise, and how you can convince him perhaps if you want to transact with him or do business with him. So again, it researches the person on social media, it researches the person on LinkedIn, it performs a complete background analysis to the person, and it will give you the information right now. You can see the estimated time is 1 minute and 31 seconds. So you see reviewing relevant information for your meeting. Step 4, waiting for this. Step 5, creating a PDF report. So there's going to be a similar PDF report to the LinkedIn optimization agent that we checked out earlier in this course. So let's see the report that Enso has created. So again, meeting prep with Lambros Lazopoulos, a full online research about Lambros from over 15 sources to help you get the most out of your next meeting. So again, information about who you're meeting. So this is me, founder at Lambs Group, past experience, founder again at Lambs Group. He's an awarded instructor on Udemy and Skillshare, top teacher on Skillshare, founder, producer of this, again, YouTube channel that I have, right? I am a doctor of medicine, correctly, and my key interests: online education, edutech solutions, info product development, course creation consulting, digital marketing, content creation, and also tennis. Right. So again, summary of who you're meeting with. Lam Rizopoulos is an MD and innovative entrepreneur focused on developing a robust ecosystem of info products and edutech solutions, aiming at empowering online educators and content creators. Right. How cool is that? Key insights and preparation. Again, what I've done recently, company info, my company, when it was founder, like who are other investors, who are the founders, how cool is that? And again, other potential topics of interest that I may have. So on education trends, edutech, innovations, digital content monetization, some talking points, right? It also suggests you talking points. So you can discuss the evolution and future of online education, focusing on the integration of advanced edutech solutions to personalize course experiences, or explore strategies for digital content monetization. So it also gives you and recommends you talking points that you can tackle with this person. And of course, they will be on point because literally this agent has analyzed and performed a complete background research on, again, this person. And I do not want you to underestimate the power of these AI agents just because they are able to generate results so fastly. Imagine you assigned this task to a normal person, to an ordinary human being. It would be able to create this PDF, but it will take him hours, if not days, if not weeks, right, to collect all of the information and give it out to you like that. So I think this is absolutely beautiful. You can download this, and of course, whenever you have a meeting, like 10 minutes before that, 15 minutes beforehand, or the previous day before your meeting, you can, again, use this AI agent and just analyze all of the features and the information you need to know about the person that you're meeting with. I think this is the coolest, again, AI agent inside of Enso, and I have been using it for very, very long now. I think that the lesson that we analyzed right now was a very, very cool lesson because you just saw like the extent of these AI agents and their true power. And if you like this lesson, the next lesson about sending invoices and vendor research will be completely mind-blowing, right? So I'm very happy to have you here, and I'm going to see you in the next lesson of the course.